Okay, so next, let's go ahead and look at some additional structural items. We're going to look at adding a beam and adding a structural framing systems. So beams and structural framing systems. So first things first, let's go ahead and add some additional beams. We already placed those for the structure of the building. But we want to add a beam system on the north and south side of the east wing. So let's go ahead and place some columns at column lines E1 and column lines, let's just say E5, all right? So same principle here. You go ahead and select grid, okay? Or first, let's do it like this. You don't select grid. You go here and you select column, and then you're gonna select edit grids, okay? And instead of highlighting all of them, we wanna just place one here so you can select that one, then hold down Control and select that one, and then it'll place a grid there at column lines E1. So you finish that, and then you would come down and place another one here. I always like to select at the grids because it just makes it easy for you. Sometimes when you try to place it, it has trouble when you're trying to snap things to certain things, okay? So the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and click this button right here that says, well, we just added those. We'll go back and click that later. Let's give these beams some properties. So you would click this guy and hold down the Control key and click this guy here, okay? And then you would come here and change this to floor plan level 2, okay? And what you want to do is, well, before we do that, let's do this. Since we have them, go back and change it to structural columns level 2. And we want to change the base level to level 1. We want to change the top level to level 2. Okay? Then click apply. That'll make them disappear for a minute. Okay? Then you want to scroll down, or better yet, we're looking for the view range row. Let's go to level 2. When you get the view range right here, double click or click the view range edit button there, okay? And then you'll go in here and let's change the associated bottom level to -1. And let's change the view depth to -1 as well. Click apply, click OK. Now your columns, they reappear, okay? Now let's go ahead and add some beams, all right? So first let's do this. You'll type in RP for reference plane. And let's give it an offset of, let's just say 6 inches, okay? Let's draw one right here, and let's draw another one right here, because we're going to draw some beams in at that wall, and you want it to be approximately 6 inches off of that wall. So let's go ahead and click beam here, and we do have the 12 by 26 loaded. As stated, whatever you guys have loaded, I'm fine with that. We don't have to add tube steel, which is what I think the book is really calling for, a 6-inch by 6-inch tube steel. I just want you guys to understand how to bring in steel sizes, all right? I don't want to, give you guys a little bit more than what you can choose. Just learn how to bring them in. You can use those that are in rivet, and if they are not in rivet, you can click the load family button here. And if you're having trouble with that, when you're looking at this video in class, call me over, and I'll show you how to load families, okay? So let's go ahead. After we select the beam button, you want to place a beam in. I'm putting in the 12 by 26, which is kind of huge, but again, it's just for exercising and making sure you guys know how to put it in. So you would place the beam. You want to start out where you want the beam to start. So you click from this column to that column, okay? And there you have a beam there. And then you'll click from this column to this line right here. We'll place a beam there. Let's go ahead and place one from here to here. And then let's place another one from the face of that wall to here. Okay, and then we'll take this guy and we'll copy him up, because we should have a beam right here, right? There should be one there so it can attach to something. Then you can go and click this and drag it to here, all right? Hit escape, Now check your 3D model out and see what it looks like. So now you have this structure on the side of the building, okay? So let's go back to level 2, and let's go ahead and place a beam system in. And you want to have this automatic beam system selected. Again, I just want you guys to get the gist of adding structure. I think there should be an advanced course for modifying beam systems and bringing in different size components, but for a beginner's course, this is good just for you guys, okay? So when you have that automatic beam system button selected, you can tell it how you want to place the beams in. So you can hover over this beam and you'll have beams running vertically. And if you hover over this beam, you'll have beams running horizontally. So let's have them running horizontally. So you would click there, and there you have your beam system. It is in and ready to go. So go to 3D view and check your beam system out. All right. So I know it still doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we're kind of framing up the building at this point. So what you do want to do is you want to go back to level 2, okay? And let's go ahead and take this guy out. Let's delete that. And what you want to do is you want to take this entire beam system, okay? With the exception of the walls, you have to unhighlight some things. Let's see how we can do that quickly. We don't want this guy. We don't want this wall. And we don't want this guy. And we don't want that wall. But we do want everything else. So now that you have everything selected, you can type in MM for mirror and select this center axis. And boom, now you have the same thing on both sides of your building, okay? And that's how you would place in a beam and a beam system.